Good morning, everybody. My name is Apollo, and welcome to a video that's going to be very, very weird. You could probably guess from the title, but this is going to be a video of how I explain what Unus Annus meant to me. It's been roughly about a month since they deleted the channel, and it was talking in an episode you'll see later on, depending on however I upload these, but I was debating whether or not do I really want to call that episode that I did. It was a Super Mario Maker episode. And I was like, do I really want to title this what Unus Annus really meant to me? And I decided that it wasn't. I really wasn't okay with what I put forth and what it honestly meant to me. And basically, I wanted to make a video that was kind of just dedicated to what it really meant to me and how it helped me. I don't exactly want to do this like a face-to-face video because this is going to get to a level of which I am quite open. I'm really open with you guys. I don't really like hold anything back. Like, what you see is who I am. Less angry though. Obviously, I don't really rage as much as I do in my videos in real life. However, all the emotions you really get is who I am, and this was one of those videos that when I make it, I wanted it to mean more to me. So what I've decided, this may seem really stupid, I'm aware, but back in the day, people used to do those draw my life videos where they would take a topic, their life, and they would draw it as they do it. So I've basically just decided that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw what Unus Annus meant to me. Keep in mind, I'm literally not an artist. I am absolutely horrendous at art. However, this was just the idea that I came up with, and honestly, it really meant a lot to me. And I wanted to explain everything that it meant to me, what I got from it, and kind of the struggles that I deal with, like, on my day-to-day basis. Not exactly day-to-day, but what I come across in my life. So, we're gonna cut to when I get to where it's all gonna, like, show up. So, alright, see you in a bit. Okay, and we're back to this new setup. This is gonna, like, be very weird. I don't really know how well this is gonna go. But we're just gonna, like, stick with it and see how, good this goes. Unus Annus. This was a concept that was made up by two people. It was, Markiplier. Oh, I know he has a thick neck, and that's how he likes to be judged. Just a heckin' boy with a huge neck. Oh, might as well. I don't have pink, I got red, so we're just gonna, like, because Mark's got Warstash, and then Crank gameplays. So Markiplier, which is Mark Fishbach, and Crank gameplays, which is Ethan Nestor. He's a soft little boy, so. It was this idea of a channel that was made up by these two people where they were going to post a video every day for an entire year, kind of dedicated to, like, just dedicated to what they wanted to, like, do for an entire year. They wanted to put a video up every day for a year, not caring. They wanted to put up a video every day for a year, not caring about, like, what they were putting up there. Like, they didn't care about copyright or anything like that. They just wanted to put a video up there that just meant a lot to them. They wanted to just put a new video up there every single day, and it was something that meant an extreme... It didn't really mean anything to them. They wanted to get people used to the idea that we're going to put up a video every single day, and after a year we're going to be deleting it all, and you're not supposed to, like, re-upload it or anything, because that's just... You know, it's people who suck that keep on re-uploading the content, and, like... They decided that if you were going to re-upload it, they would take down your entire channel. My idea with it was that they were trying to get people used to the idea that nothing is forever, that whatever you do, eventually it's going to go away. And, like, you kind of needed to accept that, in a sense. You had to understand that it's going to go away. And once it goes away, it's not like it's gone forever. It lives on in your memories. It was, to me, this idea that they were trying to get you to accept the idea of death. And that everything, you know, everything kind of happens for a reason, in a sense. But not actually, like, not that everything happens for a reason. That things will go away, and it's not like it's gone forever. It's just your memory of it is the only thing you'll have left. Which, it was something that it didn't really grasp me at the beginning. Like, when it all started, I remember I was just sitting in class one day. I was in class with friends, and then all of a sudden I just pulled out my phone, and right there, notification. It was just a notification that was just like... I believe it was, like, titled The Beginning or something. This was me at the time. I had blue hair. Yeah, I had blue hair at a point. Well, it was more teal hair. And yes, it was entirely because Markiplier dyed his hair and I wanted to do that. But I believe it was, like, titled The Beginning. I'm just going to title it The Start. It was a notification on Markiplier's channel that I saw because I wasn't subscribed to Ethan. I was not subscribed to Crank Gameplays. I am now, after everything, but, like, I wasn't. And it was just basically titled The Start, or The Beginning. And that's when they explained that they were going to be doing a channel that every day for a year, they were going to put up a new episode. A new video that you could watch. And, like, in the beginning, it was just these two guys who were just standing in front of a spiral that was just constantly moving. And they were just, you know, they were standing there. And they were telling you about the beginning, the acceptance of what they were going to be doing. Except Mark's hands were, like, together like that. And then Ethan was just there, too. I don't think Ethan did the hands. I can't remember clearly 100%. But it was just something that was so interesting, and it grabbed me immediately, like, right off the bat. And, like, I was sitting in class, I watched that video when I was walking back, because class got done. And I was walking back to my dorm, and I was just, I was about to go rock climbing with my friend, and while I was waiting for my friend, I got another, like, I immediately subscribed to their channel, obviously. But then I got another update on my phone, and the very first, what I believe is the first video for them came out. It was these two guys, Mark, just get them all thick-necked. Please don't comment about how bad my drawings are, people, please. And then make sure, this way, the only way you're going to be able to tell who's who is... Because they're going to look exactly the same, except Mark's got that red mustache, even though it's supposed to be pink. I know, guys. Please. My drawings are going to get significantly worse of them. But, like, it was their first video that they put up. The one that I consider the first. And it was so great. Because the very first thing they put up was, making breakfast with sex toys. It was so great because it's something you never expected. It was something that was totally great. That's supposed to be a whip. It was something that was totally great that they just were like, yeah, these are the types of videos we're gonna make. It's something that it was like, oh yeah, we're gonna have this, and we're gonna like, this is what we're gonna be putting up. We don't care about like if our videos are like age restricted or anything. We want to make these videos. We want to put them out there, and these are the videos that we're going to be making. Which it was really awesome, because like you never would have expected it, It was just totally great, and like that video was like over, and I was just like, oh, this is gonna be one heck of a year, and it truly was. It was like an amazing year. And obviously on my channel, whenever you watch my videos, you clearly have probably seen that I wear a lot of like Unus Annus merch. It's some of the like, it's kind of like the only clothes that I have at this point. But yeah, it was just totally great. I'm gonna attempt to draw the logo. It's supposed to be an hourglass. All right. Do that. Heck yeah. Right there is supposed to be like the divider. And they got a skull boy. And then they got another skull boy. Oh gosh, I forgot how much I'm terrible at drawing. But yeah, it was every day for a year they posted videos, and like there was videos I absolutely adored. There was some that weren't as great. Like, just living on in my memory, I had some that were honestly easily my favorite. But like some people didn't really, some people wouldn't care. Some people didn't like the videos. One of the videos that I loved the most, they were just the two of them were in a room. Ethan will be here like sitting on the floor. I was gonna draw him like sitting the other way, but no, I got him like this now. Ethan was sitting on the floor. There was him like with a thing. It was him with like a canvas, and basically he was doing the crayon thing. He's doing the crayon thing that people do, where you just put a bunch of crayons together and then you just melt them and it makes art. He was doing that, and then Mark was over here. Like, this was the ceiling. Yeah, this was the ceiling. And Mark was, like, jumping up, trying to get a dildo that was stuck to the ceiling with his mouth. He was trying to catch it with his mouth and, like, get it. And it was like, this video will make absolutely no sense. And it was easily my favorite video, that even though I knew that, like, people were going to forget about it. But, like, I know this video is not about, like, the things that I really enjoyed. It's about what Unus Annus meant to me. And now I'll get to that, because I explained what Unus Annus was, some of the things I really enjoyed of it, and what it was. But the whole message behind it was death. It wasn't the idea. It was the idea that you were gonna die, but that your people would remember you. You'd live on as memories. Like, you'd live on as memories in people's minds, and that's what your existence was. And it was a way to understand that. Like, it was trying to accept it. And that's something I deeply struggle with. See, I'm not a person who believes in, like, a higher power. I don't believe that there's anything out there that created us or anything like that. But I also don't believe that there is life after death. I don't think that. I think you're born on this earth, and you live your life, and like, you're born on this earth, you live your life, you do what you want with it, and then you die, and then you're gone. There's nothing afterwards. That is just the end. But it's not the end of existence, it's just the end of you. This is something, like I was stating, I truly do struggle with this issue. I'm terrified of my own mortality. I am terrified of the day that I'm going to die. It first started when I was honestly about 7 years old. There's just little old me. I remember this specifically. I didn't really have to, grasp it. Like, obviously you don't really understand things and stuff, but like, I was like this boy, and we were watching a movie. This is a movie that has changed my life in like one of the worst ways possible. And that movie is Click. That horrible Adam Sandler movie where he has a remote that can control life, and he like fast forwards it. And that was the first time in my life where I learned the fact that you're going to die. That you need to accept it, that you will die eventually. And that's okay. It's okay. I'm still not okay with it, but I just have to lie and tell myself that it's okay. And I'm not really okay with it. I'm trying to like form words, but basically I'm not really okay with the fact that, I'm not okay with my own mortality. I can't really deal with it that much. But yeah. And one of the first times when this really struck me, I was sitting on the dumpster that we had. We had one of those dumpsters, and I was just sitting on top of it, and I was playing video games. I was playing on my little Game Boy. I was playing on my Game Boy, and I was playing Pokemon Leaf Green. Like, I distinctly remember that. And I was sitting there enjoying everything. And then just my brain struck me with a thought. I was just chilling, having fun, and my brain was like, you will die. And immediately I spiraled into like a very deep problem within me that I was not okay with. That I just saw it and I was just like, you know what? No, that's not okay. And like, I didn't talk with anybody about it because obviously they're like, you got tons of life to live. Like, you don't have to worry. Like, I'm aware of that. I'm horrified of the fact that I know it will end someday. I don't want, it to end. I don't want to die like everybody. I really don't want to. But as like time progressed, like I still will get like those thoughts in my brain where they're like, hey, you're going to die someday. And it horrifies me. I was okay until, I got into college one day. I got into college and everything was like going okay. There's like me with my like suitcase and my parents, and like, I was going to college and like everything was like okay, but I was in my freshman year, and then it was the day that my great grandmother, she passed away. And at the beginning, it didn't strike me that much. I was laying in bed one day. We had one of those, like, tall bed things. Where basically the bed's up here. And, like, you sleep up there. And, that's everything. We had a TV beneath my bed. If I also remember, we had, like, a Christmas tree right here. Should have done that in green. We had like a Christmas tree right here, all decorated. And I was laying in my bed. I was up here. I was trying to sleep. I sleep like face down. And the idea just hit me. It was one of the hardest impacts that I've ever had to deal with this, where I was sitting there and my brain just suddenly, out of nowhere, did what it always likes to do whenever I'm just trying to like chill. And my brain just had the thought, you will die. And I had a panic attack. I'm not okay with it. I'm still not okay with it, and I was definitely not okay with it at that moment. I was not fine. I don't think I'm ever gonna be fine with it, but I legitimately had I had a panic attack. I immediately got out of my bed. I tried to calm myself down. I tried so hard. But what I did was I had a really, really good friend during that time. He lived just down the hall. He was one of the people that I met in college due to the other people, because I have a lot of social anxiety, so I met him through a different way. But I went to his room, and he had a futon right here, and I was sitting there. And he was sitting here at his computer. He was on his computer, and I told him, hey, dude, you've got to you gotta help me. I'm having a full spiral panic attack because I'm having to face my own mortality. And he did really good. It was great. He did really good. This is a really fun story. But basically, he looked up, he was online, and he was just panic. Panic attack. And he looked it up, and he was trying to understand oh, this is what I have to do. And it was really great. He was helping me, but then he read one line too far. He forgot to read one of the words, which was, after they're done having a panic attack, you should talk to them about their fear. And it was you got to talk to them about their fear and make them understand. And yeah, you're supposed to do that a couple days after, not right after, because I was still in freak out mode. And he was just dude, you gotta accept it that you're going to die someday. Immediately. I'm talking about literal immediate. If here is my panic level as a bar. When I started, I was at about here. That's where I was. And then after talking to him, it honestly went down to about here. Barely any panic. No panic at all. And then he said that, and it legitimately spiked. My panic immediately went straight back to the top, immediately started not being able to breathe. Just nothing was good, and he called my roommate. And my roommate got there, and he was just hey, dude, what's going on? Hey, are you okay? Are you okay? And my friend, he was oh yeah, we're just talking about it. And then I brought up the fact that he has to face his own, he has to face his problems. And then my roommate was just what are you doing, dude? No, you're not supposed to do that for a while after it. And then my friend at the computer, he was just I've learned that now. But then in the end, I remember this so clearly because it was so great. In the end, after all that, in order to cheer me up, my friends, they basically dropped what they were doing. Yeah, they dropped what they were doing, and we all went to Denny's. We went to Denny's because they had all-you-can-eat pancakes, and I love pancakes. I really do. I love pancakes. They're comfort food for me. And we just, had us some good old pancakes. Tons of pancakes. And yeah, it was okay. But then, this was way before, like, you know, Unus Annus, and, like, you know, like, had to deal with that. And it brought it back down. But then, like, now I was, you know, I was still coming to grips with it. Still kind of am. Not okay with it yet. That's basically the message of this entire video of, hey, I'm not okay with the fact that I'm going to die. But then, like, this was something that it was just great in a way. In a sense, it was okay. It was okay. It was great. But, like, it really helped me. It really helped me. Like, it just did. It was something that was great. Because I started to come to grips with it. I started to understand what it was, what was going on, and, you know, it's just one of those things that you kind of understand once you have to get forced into it. You had to get used to it. And it's alright. Now that Unus Annus is over, now I still will spiral into those moments. I'm pretty sure a lot of people can relate to this, where I'll just be sleeping in my bed. I'll be sleeping in my bed, about to, like, drift off to sleep. And then my brain will just have that thought that it just always likes to spring up on me, you know? Just, hey, how's it going? Just, you will die. And literally, as soon as I have that thought, I'll get out of my bed. Like, I'm immediately out of my bed in just, I don't know, probably about 30 minutes before I'll be able to go back to sleep. Even just try. But, like, it's rarer now. I don't really have to face it as much. And I know that's thanks to Unus Annus. It made me understand that, yes, I will die. I'm going to die. Everyone I know will die. And that's something you have to understand. It's something that you just get to know. I loved their coffin. They had a coffin that was half black, half white. And I'm starting to be able to be okay. Obviously, I'm still not ready for it. I don't want anything to happen to me. But it's alright, you know? I'm sorry, I'm crying. I know it sounds stupid. I'm crying right now. It's just, Unus Annus meant so much to me because it was just, you have to come to terms with your own mortality. And you have to understand that you will have memories. That's what you get. People will have memories of you still. And that's okay. It's going to be the end of you, but people will remember you. And I understand the meaning now. It helped so much. I miss the channel so much. Like, it's literally been a month. I used to, like, my entire day was, like, put around the sense of when I woke up, I knew at 2 in the afternoon for me, because it's noon for them, but 2 in the afternoon for me, it was a new Unus Annus video was up. And for an entire year, my life was revolved around that. It was nice. The year sucked. 2020 was a horrible year. It sucked. It really did. But Unus Annus was one of the things that made it easy to understand. It truly did. It helped me deal with some of the things that I deal with, and it was nice. I really wanted to make a video that truly meant to me, like that really displayed what it was to me. That what it actually really meant to me. And yeah, why I wanted to make this video, because I really wanted to explain what the message was and what it meant to me and how it helped me. For you guys, any of you who are wondering, I stacked my camera. My camera was on top of my Crank Plays a Markiplier U2s. Also on top of like the manga from the, comics that I read, my Japanese comics. But that's why I made this video. I thought this was actually how I wanted to explain everything that it meant to me. And it was something. It really was, Just this great understanding. Unus Annus. That's why my very first tattoo it's gonna be right here. It's gonna be their logo. It's gonna say Unus Annus. And then I want it to say, on this side it's gonna be 360, and then on this side it's gonna be 0. I just need to find a person yet that I can trust, that I don't want this to be screwed up, because I don't want to regret it. But I really thank you guys for watching this. I needed to get this out, because I realized if I titled that other thing what Unus Annus meant to me, it was not actually what it was. To me, Unus Annus was escape from a horrible year. It was the idea that you have to come to grips with your own mortality, and that there will always be memories. You don't get to have things forever. You just have the memories. And that's what it was, So I really thank you guys for watching. If you guys like this, leave a like, or subscribe to see like the bunch of other like videos that I put up. I'm thinking I might actually do like a drawing of, a draw my life, explain to you guys my entire life. I don't know where I am yet. I think I might do it. It really might, but that's gonna do it for this episode. So, you guys really liked it? Don't like, subscribe, ring the bell. But as always, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.